Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sarah of sarahsbites.com, and today we're going to be showing you how to make these delicious dinner rolls that are perfect for any dinner really, but especially for holiday occasions. So let's get started. Start off by grabbing your stand mixer with a dough hook and add in there a cup and a half of warm whole milk. So it should be between 100 and 110 degrees, and it took exactly a minute and a half to warm that up to that temperature in my microwave. In this we'll add 2 1/4 teaspoons of instant dry yeast, 2 teaspoons of salt, 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and 3 tablespoons of melted butter. We'll also beat 2 large eggs and then add those in as well, and just grab a whisk or a spatula and get these incorporated pretty well together before we start adding the flour. Measure out 6 cups of flour and put that in a separate bowl, and you're not necessarily going to use all 6 cups. For everybody, it's going to be a little bit different as far as flour goes. But go ahead and add in about 3 to 4 cups into your mixer and start kneading the dough. And this will be the same process if you're doing it by hand. It'll just be a little bit harder and take a little bit longer for you to knead that dough. So it's going to take a little bit of bicep work, but it's completely doable. You want your dough to be quite tacky, but just make sure that when you do press on it with your finger that it does not stick to your skin. So just kind of keep an eye on the dough, add more flour as you need. I ended up using exactly 5 1/2 cups, so you may have extra flour left over. Once your dough starts coming together on that dough hook, it's pretty much done kneading, and you can go ahead and turn your mixer off. And if you're enjoying watching this recipe video, give me a thumbs up below and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss another recipe. Next up, grab a large bowl and you're going to oil it up with either vegetable or olive oil, and then go ahead and transfer your dough inside that. Use your hands to just sort of shape the dough into a ball, and then grab a kitchen towel, cover it, and let it rise for at least an hour. It really just depends on how warm your kitchen is, but mine took exactly 1 hour to rise. Once your dough is done rising, go ahead and dump it out onto the kitchen counter, and you may have to use a little bit of flour on the kitchen counter. Really depends on how sticky your dough is. I did not end up having to use any, but feel free if your dough is quite sticky and work a little bit of more flour into it. And then you're just gonna shape this dough into a circle, and we're gonna use our bench scraper, or you can use a knife to cut 4 triangles into the dough. Once you have those 4 triangles of dough cut, go ahead and shape them into a ball again, and then you're gonna cut them again 2 more times. So you're gonna get 4 more pieces out of this small circle. And really, you can also use a scale, which will be a lot more accurate as far as the dinner rolls coming out to the same size. But if you're not looking for perfection or trying to be fancy with identical dinner rolls, you can just go ahead and eyeball these. Grab a baking sheet and oil it up with some vegetable oil, and then we're going to start forming these dinner rolls. The easiest way I've found to do these is sort of just hold each piece of dough in your hands and go in a circle to sort of tuck the sides under. It just makes more of a circle, and then you're gonna press those together, as you can see right here, and then you can either roll these between your index and thumb finger on the kitchen counter or on your palm, whatever's easier for you. And it just really takes a couple of them at first to try for practice, and after that you'll get a hang of it. This recipe will give you 16 dinner rolls if you don't end up using a scale, if you just eyeball the way I did, so you'll get 16. And when you're done forming them all and putting them on a baking sheet, go ahead and cover them again with a kitchen towel and let them rise for another 45 minutes. Once your rolls have risen, go ahead and start to preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit and melt a couple tablespoons of unsalted butter and just brush the tops of those rolls. And you can actually save this step for after they are done baking. I just prefer to do it while the dough is still raw before we get it in the oven. And this next step is completely optional, but I like to sprinkle some sea salt on about half of the rolls for a bit more added flavor. Bake your rolls in a 375 degree oven for 18 to 22 minutes. Mine took about 20 minutes exactly. You just want them to be golden brown on top and you'll see them fluff up and rise in the oven. Be sure to let your rolls cool off just slightly before you start eating them. And of course, I hope you guys enjoy these. They are so good and I think a lot tastier than store-bought dinner rolls, and they're not too hard to make, especially if you have a stand mixer. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Give me a thumbs up below if you liked it, and I will see you guys next week with the next recipe. Bye!